Hi. All right, good evening. I wanted to get on here really briefly and talk about something. I was in the car, I was thinking about this. I had to sit down when I got home and talk to you guys about it. I was at work today and I was thinking about an incident with me last year. It wasn't a big deal. It was not a make or break moment. It was just one of those times when I did not trust my better judgment and I monetarily paid for it, but I also, mentally and emotionally paid for it. And those price tags were heftier. Okay. So I have had to really learn to trust myself a lot more over the past, year and a half, because I can think back on several times when I knew better, or at least I felt like I knew better in the moment, and I did not go with that. So it never served me to go against my intuition. Now, I do believe that, you know, all women are gifted with a level of discernment and an intuition that's deeply rooted in us. And I think that is because we are by nature designed to be mothers or maternal if that's what we choose to do for ourselves. So I think that a majority of us have that God-given gift, but it's a matter of when, how, or if you use it. I feel that this is especially prevalent when you are dating, because I want you all to think about anybody that's single, dating, whatever. I want you to think about the last time you met somebody. And even if this person wasn't necessarily somebody that you were super duper attracted to physically initially, something about them was so intriguing that it made you feel like, why do I feel like this? Like, why do I have these butterflies? Like, why do I feel nervous? I'm not even attracted to this person. That's your nervous system activating. And 9 times out of 10, it's not a good thing. I'm going to give you a good example of that. I'm going to give you 2 examples, one good and one good, like a solid example of that. And then I'm going to give you a positive example of that. So I took care of a football player several months ago. I couldn't even tell you when it was, months and months ago. And nothing about this person was my type at all. Like, nothing. But for some reason, I was so nervous. Well, let me back up. His money was attractive to me. Okay. That's it. That's all. So when I felt myself getting nervous and I hate to say this, but I have to call it what it is. When I found myself performing around him, I was so confused, because I'm like, I'm not interested in this person. I'm not attracted to this person. What the heck is this what is this going on inside me? This is weird. Well, there was somebody that I had, heard about at another point that he had an interest in, not necessarily somebody I work with. And from what I know, this person was so nervous around him. It was insane. And it was confusing to onlookers as well. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. You got to be careful when you do these kind of things. Well, I believe wholeheartedly the reason both she and I were feeling the same thing about being around this person is most likely because this was not the kind of person that keeps your nervous system calm naturally. Okay? There are people that activate it in the worst way, and there are people that keep it calm. And I did ask about that way, way, way after the fact. And some of the things that I was told did in fact confirm that he is not the type of person to keep your nervous system calm. Okay, I'll just say that. So my instincts at the moment weren't worth a damn because I was not even aware that that was a thing. I have had to take a lot of time and take several steps back to, understand that. And so, if you are ever like in a position, seriously, where you meet somebody and you're noticing that you feel something and you're like nervous and you're giddy and you're just confused about that, that's the key component there, confusion. If you're like, what is going on? Why do I feel like this? It's probably not the right person for you. Now, there's always an exception to the rule. We know that. And, it's up to you whether or not you decide to go for that and go for it and see, what comes of it. But your intuition is there for that reason, those types of reasons, to tell you like, hey, something is getting stirred up here and you might want to, really pay attention. Now, where that's not necessarily true is when you've been with somebody and they've earned that from you. They've earned the butterflies and the giddiness and, being nervous because you're like, oh my God, like, he's so sweet. He's so kind. He's so romantic. He always does nice things for me. He always treats me well and respects me. And over time, your feelings just grow for that person and your attraction grows. So naturally, like those feelings inside you are going to intensify. But you've experienced that this person is good for you and calming. But they also bring out that really beautiful, exciting, fun side of you, that we all want when we're dating, when we're in a relationship, when we like somebody and when they like us back. Now, let me give you a positive example of that. So I was at work and I was walking out and got to talking about the weather. And this really, really handsome guy kind of chimed in on the conversation. I wasn't talking to him initially. I was talking to somebody else. And when he spoke up and started talking, that's when I noticed how attractive he was. And I just couldn't help but think, wow, he is really cute. And he had a nice little conversation going. And I just can't really explain it. He was just he seemed like a very, overall very nice guy. And he was so cute too. Oh my God, he was so cute. There was not a single thing inside me that activated. None. I didn't get nervous. I felt no butterflies. I didn't feel giddy or giggly. Nothing. It just felt very even keel. So I said, okay, when I walked away, I said, it's one of two things. Either this is really a nice guy and he really is good for whomever, or I have just regulated myself so much that those kind of sensations don't really sneak up on me as frequently. I don't know. I'll never know, honestly, because that was a conversation in passing. It was just something that I observed. But that's a clear case of you being attracted to somebody and not feeling that nervous energy around them, not feeling those butterflies that ain't nothing but bullshit and lies. I'm just saying. And then the opposite is somebody that I would never give a second look to. But I mean, I'm to this day, y'all, I don't know what the hell that was about. But anyway, I do, but I don't. It still is not making any sense to me, but nevertheless. So, I'm only talking about, following your intuition when it comes to dating because that's what I've been talking to you guys about the last few videos. But it goes for anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's something work related, something going on with, like your health, relationships, friendships, anything. Use that God-given intuition or whatever higher power you believe in and you pray to. Like, it's there for a reason. It's a form of protection. And you know what? If you're wrong about it, you're wrong. But 9 times out of 10, like, you're not. You're not. You know when there's a difference between your intuition talking to you and anxiety trying to come in and, give you a left hook. You feel it. And if you don't know, talk to Chat GPT, okay? That's what he or she, whatever you identify your Chat GPT model as, that's what they're there for. Okay? That's all I got. I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. And it woke up, that the thought in the conversation woke up because I was thinking about running into somebody that I, again, found to be very attractive, and I didn't feel the same things that I have felt with other people that I was, and then in the other instance wasn't attracted to. So think about that next time that little quivering feeling wakes up, whether it's in your chest or in your belly. Explore it a little bit before you decide what you're going to do. It's worth it, I promise. All right, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.